Hello everyone, welcome to Rai Shikshan Sanstha's Western Region video series. Today we are going to see Standard 8 Subject History. Lesson number 5 Social and Religious Reforms. See the introduction. Students, already in the previous video we have seen the freedom struggle of 1857. Now in this video we are going to see the social and religious reform. Along with the spread of English education, there was a spread of new thoughts, new ideas, new philosophy. Indians were also introduced to Western thoughts and culture, and due to it, there were changes in social, religious, economic, and cultural aspects of Indian society. The modern educated Indians became aware that the backwardness of India was due to superstition, casteism, old custom, class system, and lack of critical outlook. So, they have decided to create a new society based on the principles of humanity, equality, and fraternity. The educated thinkers started social awareness through writings to solve the various problems in the society. The intellectual awakening in the contemporary society is called Indian Renaissance. So now we will discuss the era of religious and social reforms. In this, first we are going to see the Brahmo Samaj. In 1828, Rajaram Mohan Roy established the Brahmo Samaj in Bengal. He studied the many languages and religions. Through it, his ideology Advaita philosophy was developed. Monotheism. Monotheism means the belief that there is only one God. Caste and class equality. Protest against rituals and following the way of prayers were the principles of Brahmo Samaj. He opposed the sati practice, child marriage, and parda system. He promoted the widow remarriage and female education. For that purpose, he had founded the Hindu College in Calcutta. And to aware the people, he had started the newspaper Samvad Kaumudi. Now, next one we are going to see here Prarthana Samaj. Dadoba Panduranga Tarkhadkar established Paramhans Sabha in Mumbai in 1848. Later, Paramhans Sabha was dissolved and some of its members founded the Prarthana Samaj. Dadoba's brother, Dr. Atmaram Panduranga, was the first president of Prarthana Samaj. Justice Ranade, Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar carried forward the work of a Prarthana Samaj. The oppositions to idol worship, monotheism, opposition to rituals were the principles of Prarthana Samaj. They stress on devotion and prayers. For reforming the society, Prarthana Samaj started orphanage, women's education institutes, night schools for workers, and society for Dalits. Maharshi Vitthal Ramji Shinde, a member of Prarthana Samaj, established depressed classes mission. Through the mission, an attempt was made to solve the social problems. Now the next we are going to see here students Satyashodhak Samaj. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule started the Satyashodhak Samaj in 1873. Satyashodhak Samaj work on the principle of formation of society on basis of equality. They protested against untouchability, and for that purpose they advocated education among the depressed classes and women. Mahatma Phule reformed the society through the medium of books, and so he had written so many books over there. Among these, the Brahmanaचे कसब, गुलामगिरी, शेतकऱ्याचा आसूड, these are the famous. He severely criticized the traditions and customs that made a discrimination between the man and woman, or rather, human being himself. Now we are going to see here Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj was founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati in 1875. He wrote the book Sattarth Prakash as a commentary on Vedas. Ancient Vedic religion is a true religion which has no place for casteism. He asserted that there should be a gender equality. So, go back to the Vedas was the slogan of Arya Samaj. Many education institutions were established through the medium of Arya Samaj. Now let us see the Ramakrishna Mission. Ramakrishna Mission was established by Swami Vivekananda, a close disciple of Ramakrishna Paramhans, in 1897. Ramakrishna Mission worked for service to the society. The mission worked for the providing help to the famine-stricken people, patients, medical help to the poor, female education and spiritual growth. Swami Vivekananda was an excellent orator. He attended the Parliament of Religions at Chicago in 1893 as a representative of Hinduism. Arise, awake, and stop, not till the goal is achieved, was the message given by him to the Indian youth. See the next point here, social reforms among the Sikh. The Singh Sabha was established at Amritsar to achieve reforms in Sikh religion. This institute worked for spread of education among the Sikh community and bring in modernization among them. Now we are going to see the emancipation of women. During the expansion of British rule in India, the position of women was very miserable. They had no right of education, they were not treated equally. Child marriage, dowry system, sati, keshwapan, opposition to widow remarriage, such custom prevail in the society. The then Governor Lord Bentinck took the help of a social reformer like Rajaram Mohan Roy to pass the Sati Prohibition Act. Gopal Hari Deshmukh, popularly known as the Lokhitvadi, advocated gender equality through his writings in Shatapatri. In 1848, the Phule started first school for girls at Bhidewada in Pune. His wife Savitribai Phule supported him. Savitribai Phule had to face a great criticism from the society, but she continued to work in education. He conducted a strike of barbers against the custom of shaving the heads of the widows. In his newspaper Sudharak, Gopal Ganesh Agarkar gave his staunch opinion about the child marriage law of consent. Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde organized a conference against the practice of Devdasi. In her book Sri Purush Tulna, Tarabai Shinde very fiercely put up her views about women's rights. Maharshi Dhondo Keshav Karve started Anath Balikashram, an orphanage for girls. His intention was to give education to all women and make them stand on their own feet. First women's university was set up in the 20th century. Pandita Ramabai founded the Sharda Sadan and took up the responsibility of taking care of disabled children and women. At the same time, Ramabai Ranade, through the medium of Seva Sadan Institute, started the nursing course for women. She had demanded the right to vote for women. Through articles, Dr. Ambedkar spoke about the injustice towards women. In this way, students, all the social reformers had fought for the rights of the women. Now the next point we are going to be discuss here, religious reforms among the Muslims. Abdul Latif started the social reform among the Muslim community. He had established the Mohammedan Literary Society in Bengal. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan founded the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College. It later developed into the Aligarh Muslim University. He advocated Western science and technology. He firmly believed that the Muslims could make progress only by studying the modern education and science. Now let us see the movement in Hindu society. In 1915, Hindu Mahasabha was established to give a respectable position to the Hindu community. Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya laid the foundation of Banaras Hindu University. Dr. Keshav Bairam Hedgewar in 1925 established Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh at Nagpur. Its aim was to set up a disciplinary and virtuous organizations of Hindu youth. At the same time, V.D. Savarkar built the Patit Pavan temple at Ratnagiri. It is open to all castes of Hindu religion. Common dining program were also arranged over there. In the history of modern India, the movement of Renaissance is very important. On the principles of liberty, equality, and nationalism, the Indian social reformers set up a nationwide political movement. The study of this movement will be dealt in the next chapter, students. So, whatever the work had been done over here by the social reformers that we have discussed. Thank you, students.